Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisathompson.com, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you how to build a highly engaged following. And what we have to work on first is we have to work on us and up here, okay? And I learned this from John Maxwell in his book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Now, you have to understand when you're building an audience, okay, success in online marketing, long-term success. This is what separates the top earners from those who struggle. And that is, you need to build an audience and you need to engage your audience before you sell to your audience. And what I used to do, I used to sell to my audience right away, and I didn't know who my audience was, and my upline would tell me, everybody's your audience. Everyone can benefit from your product or service. Well, that's not always the case, okay? So what you have to do is you have to really think about who it is you want to attract. Who is your perfect prospect? Who is your perfect customer that will benefit most from your product, service, or business opportunity? So even before we get into our audience, and this is where John Maxwell came into play, okay? Because John Maxwell, in one of his laws, it's the law of magnetism, which means and says who you are is who you attract. So you have to sit down, and he had an exercise in the book, okay? And I'm going to share with you that and this is an exercise that you should be doing before you even start looking at your audience, who your perfect prospect is. So what you want to do is, do you know who you're looking for right now? These are the questions you want to ask. What is your profile of your perfect prospect, okay, or your perfect customer? What qualities do they possess? Would you want them to be aggressive or entrepreneurial? Are you looking for leaders? Okay, are you looking for leaders, especially if you're building a team of distributors? Okay, do you care what age they are? Do you care if they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s? Okay, so you want to take a moment and write those down, but then you've got to go and say, you have to determine, all right, what your qualities are, okay? And the way you're going to do that is you're going to answer 4 questions. Who are you? What do you stand for? Who are you fighting for? And where are you going? Okay, because marketing is all about, and attracting the right audience to you, is all about a message to market match, okay? Who you are is what you're going to attract. So what you have to start doing, is really analyzing before you put anything out on social media. And I'm going to use Facebook as the example here. So if you before you put anything out on Facebook, whether it is a status update, whether it's a Facebook Live, whether you're sharing a piece of content, okay, who you are is who you attract. So you have to think, if you're a negative person and you're posting nothing but, what a challenge your day is, you're talking about hating your boss, you talk about hating who's in government right now, who's leading, all right, you hate the president, you hate the Congress, or you're hating religion, whatever it is. You hate a sports team, okay? If you're constantly complaining, guess what? You're going to be attracting complainers to you, okay? If you are someone who, because eventually if you attract a complainer is not going to build your business, all right? And if you attract someone who sits there and they are constantly bashing their previous company, all right, and they're pointing fingers, they're eventually going to be pointing fingers at you. Okay, so you've got to know who you are, what your standards are, and who you're looking for, because this is a volunteer army. You're building an empire by choice, and you want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. So here's a way that you can tell to make sure that you're attracting the right people. And this is something that I learned from John Maxwell in the book here. There are a couple of key characteristics where you can see if you're having common ground right now in attracting your ideal prospects. So I want you to view this from the frame and from the lens of looking at your Facebook status updates right now, because this is a good way and a good barometer to see where you're going. So number one is generation, okay? So you have to see how old they are. How old are the people that are responding? So a lot of times your Facebook friends, if you go and you kind of scroll and see who's responding, are they older? Are they younger? Okay? Are they single? Are they married? Who are you attracting? So generation, number one, age. Number two, attitude. What is the attitude of the people who are responding to your post, especially those who are commenting? Okay, are they people who leave positive comments? Are they people who leave negative comments? Are they people who love to stir the pot? Okay, are they people who are supportive? Who are they? What is the attitude? Okay, because a lot of people, all right, positive and negative people don't work well together. Okay, it just doesn't. Okay, people who view life as a series of opportunities, this is from a quote from John Maxwell. People who view life as a series of opportunities and exciting challenges don't want to hear others talk about how bad things are all the time. They don't like being around complainers. And that's why if you want to attract leaders to you, you want to get on leaders' radars, don't complain. Okay? They don't have time for complainers. There's two types of people in this world. There are energy adders and there are energy detractors. You want people who are going to add to your energy, not drain your energy. You want to put the time with those who deserve it, not those who need it. And a lot of times those who need it typically have really negative attitudes and are complaining. You don't need that as you're building your business. Number three, background. Okay? People are attracted to others who are of a similar background. So think about this. For me, I am a type 2 diabetic. So a lot of times I am putting out content on my Facebook wall that's sharing my journey of diabetes. So a lot of times people who are attracted to me, who are liking, commenting on my Facebook posts, tend to be those who have diabetes or they know of someone close to them who has diabetes. Okay? So people like those who are like themselves. So look at the type of people you're attracting there. Okay? So you're looking at the background. Number four, values. Okay? Values are, beliefs. People believe, people are going to attract to those who share similar beliefs. Okay? And again, you have to be careful with values and beliefs. You want to speak your truth, but you want to do it in a way where you're not going to do it in a way where you are tearing down someone who doesn't share the same belief as you. Okay? And that's why we're seeing all these issues, with politics and religion, because there's too much bashing going on. And people don't like that. Okay? And if you're doing that all the time, Facebook has now added these little features where you can either hide people's posts, you can snooze people, or you can block them all together. You don't want that. You really, really don't. Facebook keeps track of that, of how many, how many of your posts people are hiding. Okay? They do track that. And it does figure into their algorithm with how frequently your posts are going to show up in the newsfeed. Number five, energy. Okay? People are attracted to those who have high energy, where they're enthusiastic, they're excited. They share things where there's this energy and happiness. If you've ever seen, videos that tend to get the most comments, or content that gets the most comments is when there's something really wonderful that's happened, major milestone moments like weddings, graduations, recognition ceremonies, people love that, and they get a lot of, it makes them feel good. Okay? So energy. People like to be around those who know where they're going. They have a clear direction and focus. They're excited about their vision. So when you're communicating things out there, are you doing it in a way that you're excited of where you're going, but you're not sounding pitchy? You're not sounding, like, your Facebook wall is like an online advertising board, but you're genuinely excited about the person you are becoming on this journey. Okay? Number 6, giftedness. Okay? So, what that means here is you're going to get people who are going to follow you if you have a really good skill set. Okay, you might have a particular talent that you're really good at that people want to learn more from. Okay, so are you sharing that? Are you sharing that? You know, examples of this could be, you know, simple as, you know, with dog training. Are you good at training dogs? So I have a good friend of mine, Tracy. Her daughter, they got her a golden retriever puppy. And so she's sharing all these amazing little tips and tricks she's learning about raising a puppy. Okay? She's documenting the journey via Facebook Live video and Facebook video, and she's got her daughter in there, and they're having so much fun. Okay? That's a particular skill set, because there are people out there, you know, who maybe have had puppies and they're having a challenge raising their puppy. So she's building a whole new audience, and people are attracted to that. Plus, puppies are just so gosh darn cute, right? Okay? Now, number 7 is leadership ability. Leadership ability. Sorry, I was just looked over there. I was just grabbing the book. So leadership ability. People are attracted to leaders who are similar to themselves. Okay? You know, and people who are stronger than themselves. Now, think about this. We are attracted to leaders who we see as strengths, okay? If we're somebody who's really struggling, you know, we're struggling in a particular area, we're looking for a leader that will help us grow and become better, okay? That's why we follow the teams. That's why when you see these sports teams, you know, how they were able to win against all odds as they trusted in the leader. And the one that pops into my head is the Olympics, the 1980 Winter Olympics, Lake Placid, United States, when they beat the Russians. Miracle on Ice. It was Herb Brooks. It was his leadership that the players gravitated to. You know, they were, you know, the Olympic hockey team, they got beat horribly before the Olympics by the Russians. Russians were a professional team. This USA hockey team, they were just college. They just were college kids just coming out of playing college hockey, and they were kind of formed together as this little scrappy bunch. And they didn't think that they were gonna, that they had no chance. And Herb Brooks got them believing in themselves. And they really gravitated to Herb Brooks. And that's how they were able to beat the Russians, and they wound up winning the gold medal. I still get goosebumps when I think of that. I mean, I was 10 years old when the Miracle on Ice happened, and it was just one of the most exciting things I remember in my life. So there you have it, my friends. So when you're going through any type of social media status update you're going to post right now, really look at that through those characteristics that I just mentioned in John Maxwell's book, because that's really going to help clarify who you are. Because who you are is what you're going to attract. And if you want to be attracting people who are going to stay around, that are loyal customers, they're going to be loyal reps, what are those characteristics? And are you embodying those characteristics that are going to might make people want to stay with you? And more importantly, they're going to trust you enough that they're going to buy from you over and over again. So there you are, my friends. I hope you got value from this today. If you did, leave a comment and share. And if you do not have my book, or my book, John Maxwell's book, if you don't have John Maxwell's book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, pick up that book. It is worth your time. It is a must for your library. You can get it on Amazon. It is available in paperback, Kindle, or Audible edition. I have the link to Amazon. It is in the video description and in the first pinned comment section in below this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.